All right, welcome back to Yamology, everyone. Before we get going, just remember to like, comment, subscribe. Your opinions about this video. Any love you guys show is appreciated. You guys have been showing a lot of love to the videos as of late, so we really appreciate that, and we'd appreciate if you kept it up. So we wanted to shout out the top three teams in the West: the Oklahoma City Thunder, the Denver Nuggets, and the Minnesota Timberwolves, because two of those three teams have been extremely slept on, and all three of those teams have been amazing this entire year and have shown that in the postseason as well. So starting with the OKC Thunder, the number one seed, they're up 3-0 against the Pelicans, and after that first game where it was kind of a struggle, kind of a grind, Thunder looked nervous, lots of turnovers, a lot of uncharacteristic plays by them. They really bounced back. I mean, if you look at their statistical output, they beat the Pelicans by 32 points in game 2. They beat the Pelicans by 21 points in game 3, and they find themselves up 3-0. And as you know, no team has ever come back down 3-0. So we can assume that at one point or another, this series, the Nuggets series and the Wolves series, will be over. The thing with OKC that's been really impressive is the 3-point shooting. So in game 2, they shot well over 50%. Game 3, they shot 47.2% from 3, and they made 17 threes. So it's a very impressive play by them. And if you look at their field goal percentage as well, it was 48.2%. So it's kind of funny how they're almost as efficient from 3 as they were from the field. And in game 3 specifically, their first away game, a lot of these guys' first away playoff game. I believe this is the debut of 7 out of the 15 players on the Thunder, their first time in the playoffs. And just seeing the way they've been so poised and calm really shows why Mark Daigneault deserves Coach of the Year, and he will eventually win Coach of the Year once that's announced. And then when you look at the performances of the players, Chet was not efficient at all. He shot 2 for 8, only had 6 points. He struggled from deep. He struggled just like overall offensively, I would say. He did a couple nice things like passing and stuff like that, but overall struggled offensively. But the defense was absolutely insane. He had 8 rebounds, which isn't much, but when you pair that with the 4 blocks he had and all the boxing out he's been doing, because a new strategy the Thunder have been doing to kind of win the rebounding battle. I believe they did win it today. As I quickly check, they had 47 rebounds to the Pelicans 45. So yeah, in games 2 and 3, they won the rebounding battle overall. And a key adjustment they made is Jalen Williams would wait around the dunker spot-ish area, and Josh Giddey as well. And then Chet would just box out as much as possible, and then everyone would just kind of hone in to grab the rebound. So Oklahoma City haven't been getting as many fast break points because of that, but it's been effective nonetheless because they're a great defensive team and they can get stops over and over again. They just struggle with ending the possession because of the lack of size and all that fun stuff. One person I want to give a not so good shout out to is Gordon Hayward. And he's kind of been on his cardio tour in this series since the playoffs have started. He's attempted a total of 1 shot, and in today's game he played 7 minutes, 0 points, 0 steals, 0 blocks. He had 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 0 shot attempts. That's the thing that's more annoying than anything. He's not looking to shoot. He's not looking to be aggressive. There was one play specifically where he had CJ McCollum on him at the top of the key, and instead of taking CJ down low, trying to get a shot for himself, even if he missed it, he just wasn't thinking about it, and he just wanted to give it up to Shea. It's really weird how little Hayward has been looking at the basket, how much he's lacked aggression, but someone who has brought the aggression is Josh Giddey. In this game specifically, he went downhill a lot. In game 2, he played bad, and then in the fourth quarter, it was garbage time, and Josh Giddey was in, and you could tell that was to kind of boost his confidence, and it did work. He finished with 21 points, had 4 threes. It was overall really good. He had nice passing. He had a crossover Euro step on CJ McCollum, which was absolutely nasty. Overall, really good game by the Thunder, and they find themselves up 3-0. Really poised unit. Shout out Jalen Williams. Shout out Lou Dort. Lou Dort has been absolutely insane. Oh man, the defense on Brandon Ingram. Like, Brandon Ingram's gonna sleep, wake up in the middle of the night from a nightmare because of Lou Dort. The way he's been clamping up on that end, it's just insane. Just watch the highlights. Just go to nba.com/game, click on the Thunder Pelicans game, go to Brandon Ingram, click shot attempts, and then just look at how hard it's been for him to get shots and the turnovers and all that stuff. Every single shot he takes is heavily contested by Lou Dort. And today he actually had a decent game, but just overall, Lou has been absolutely tremendous. And then when you pair that with his smart shot selection and his ability to actually make threes now, amazing 3-and-D player. Shout out Lou Dort. He is great. Moving on, we have the Denver Nuggets. They're up 3-1 now because the Lakers managed to finally win a game. So the Nuggets haven't been as impressive as you'd expect, just simply because they've been allowing the Lakers to kind of build these leads and then they just snatch it from them, which might be more impressive actually now that I'm thinking about it. But the fact that the Nuggets aren't coming out with a sense of urgency is a little bit worrying at the start of games. And when you look at Jamal Murray as well, he has not been good for the past, I think this entire series, honestly, if you really look at the stats. And in the last two games in particular, it's just he had that great fourth quarter and the game winner. Shout out to him. And then in game 4, he struggled from the field. And in the fourth quarter, he was reaching back at that knee that caused him to miss a lot of time at the end of the regular season. So that's a bit concerning if you're the Nuggets. In terms of the future rounds, for now, it doesn't really matter as much. And you could really see that what Jokic said is somewhat true with this team, where he said that winning is a lifestyle for these guys, which is an insane quote, but shout out to him. You got to stand on business, Jokic has just been, he's just been so dominant. The thing about Jokic in the playoffs is he knows it's win or go home. Like, he needs to try his best. So he's been more aggressive when it comes to his scoring. And through 4 games against the Lakers, where the Nuggets are up 3-1, Nikola Jokic has 29 points, 15.3 rebounds, and 10 assists. So he's averaging a monster triple-double, not just a normal triple-double, which is, it's just insane to see a center doing the stuff he does, the touch passes, the behind-the-back pass to a cutter. It's just all types of crazy stuff Jokic is doing. He has total control over the game. And quick shout out to AD because he's also dominating. He's averaging 30 and a half and 15.8 rebounds per game. But this isn't a Lakers Nuggets series summary necessarily. Although there is that one stat, which I guess it's about in the entire series, about an hour and a half of the series, the Lakers have had the lead, and the Nuggets have had the lead about 40 minutes, something along those lines. And the Nuggets are still up 3-1. Despite only leading the series, like, what's that, like 1/3 of what the Lakers have. So yeah, like the Lakers get up big, Nuggets make the run, and they win the game. And LeBron is happy that he didn't get swept, I guess. We'll see what happens there. But nonetheless, another dominant Western Conference team, the Denver Nuggets. Shout out to them, the defending champions. And moving on, we have the Minnesota Timberwolves. This has been the biggest surprise to me in the playoffs thus far. Just the fact that the Wolves have been winning so comfortably. It's not even the fact that they're winning against the Suns. It's just they're absolutely dominating them with little to no resistance from the Suns side, which it's really unprecedented, almost unprecedented, I should say, to see Kevin Durant go out this sad. Like, the Wolves' defensive strategy against the Suns has been really impressive. And the Wolves overall, just their defensive resilience. Gobert has been switching well. Cat has been guarding KD straight up, and even on plays where he gets cooked, it doesn't matter because KD can't hit enough tough shots for the Suns to make it out. Given the fact that KD's not a natural playmaker, and the Wolves are playing amazing defense on everybody else. So that strategy has been really impressive. That's not one I really thought with enough consideration, I should say. So it's good to see that working. And then you have Anthony Edwards, he's just here. He's showing off after every play. He's letting the Suns know that he's beating them and he's going to beat them and all that stuff, as he finds himself up 3-0 against the Suns, which is impressive to see for the Wolves. Being up 3-0 on a Suns team that they lost 4-0 to in basically all blowout games in the regular season. And especially when you consider that Ant has struggled in every single one of those regular season games, and he comes into the playoffs, he had one bad game, and the rest of the games he's been dominating as the Wolves find themselves up 3-0, and we'll soon find out if the Wolves make the sweep happen or if Bradley Beal was right when he said that He's never been swept in his career, and he's not gonna let that happen now. Nonetheless, shout out Nas Reed, Sixth Man of the Year. Shout out Nikhil Alexander-Walker, being a great 3-and-D player. Just a lot of good play from the Wolves. They also show depth similar to the Thunder. The Nuggets more so top heavy, but yeah, I just wanted to give a shout out to the top 3 seeds in the West. They've been dominant. They deserve this recognition. They deserve all the love that they're getting. And you know what? They're not getting enough love. That's the whole point of this, actually, because all 3 of these teams have been able to create a 3-0 series lead against their opponents in series where people have discredited them. Like the Thunder, people were saying that, oh, if Zion was healthy, this, and that. And the Thunder are kind of putting that to bed because they're not just beating the Pelicans, they're like obliterating them. And then with the Nuggets, they don't really have much adversity, but people just don't pay enough attention to them, even though they are the defending champions. And to see Nikola Jokic continue to do what he's doing is very impressive. And last but not least, the Wolves, who everyone, including myself, did not give enough credit for going into this series, and they've put all those concerns to rest. Big shout out to them. Like, comment, subscribe. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Comment down below what you think of these teams, how far do you think they'll make it in the playoffs, and video ideas for the future. Thanks.